Did you know that some of our earliest human ancestors might have lived in complete isolation for over 100,000 years? And that this isolation created some of the most striking genetic differences we've ever seen? It's a fascinating story that's rewriting what we thought we knew about human evolution. And it all comes from southern Africa. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into a groundbreaking genetic study that's shaking up the world of paleoanthropology. A team of researchers recently analyzed the complete genomes of 28 ancient individuals who lived in what is now modern-day South Africa, Lesotho, and Botswana. These individuals lived at different times, from as far back as 10,200 years ago to as recently as 150 years ago. Their findings, published in the prestigious journal Nature, give us some of the strongest evidence yet that Southern Africa was a major cradle of human evolution. So what exactly did they find? Well, by sequencing these ancient genomes, scientists were able to peek into the deep past. They discovered that the hunter-gatherer populations in southern Africa were genetically isolated from all other human groups for an incredibly long time. We're talking about a period stretching back at least 100,000 years. Imagine that for tens of thousands of years these communities developed completely on their own, without mixing with people from other parts of Africa or the world. This long-term isolation is a really big deal because it allowed unique genetic traits to develop and become common within these groups. It essentially created a distinct branch of early Homo sapiens. The study compared the ancient DNA with that of modern-day Khoisan people, who are the direct descendants of these ancient hunter-gatherers. The genetic continuity is remarkable, showing a clear lineage stretching back thousands of years. But the most mind-blowing part is what this tells us about the structure of early human populations. For a long time, the prevailing theory was that our ancestors were more or less one big, interconnected group. But this new evidence suggests a different picture, one of small, isolated pockets of humanity, each evolving on its own trajectory. Southern Africa wasn't just a place people passed through. It was a long-term home, a crucible where a significant part of our species' early history was forged. This discovery has huge implications. It means that the genetic diversity we see in humans today might have deeper roots than we ever imagined. The Southern African hunter-gatherers weren't a peripheral group. They were central to the story of Homo sapiens. Their long period of isolation means they preserved a level of genetic variation that was lost in other populations as they migrated and intermixed. In a way, studying their genomes is like looking through a window into our species' deep ancestral past. It shows us that the story of us isn't a single, linear narrative, but a rich and complex tapestry woven from many different threads. Let's take a closer look at how the scientists did this. Extracting and sequencing DNA from ancient bones is incredibly difficult. DNA degrades over time, especially in warm climates like Africa's. The fact that the researchers were able to get complete genomes from so many individuals spanning such a long period is a technical marvel. They used cutting-edge techniques to piece together the fragmented DNA, filtering out contamination from bacteria and modern humans. By comparing these ancient genomes to each other and to modern populations, they could build a genetic family tree and calculate how long different groups had been separated. The results showed three main ancestral streams in the region. There was a southern group, an eastern group, and a central group. For most of their history, these groups remained largely separate. It was only around 2,000 years ago that new people started arriving, farmers from West Africa and herders from East Africa. This is when the long-standing isolation began to break down. The genetic data clearly shows this shift, as new DNA sequences start appearing in the genomes of individuals who lived after this period. This mixing event gave rise to the modern Khoisan populations, who carry a blend of the ancient hunter-gatherer ancestry and these newer influences. So what does this all mean for the bigger picture of human origins? It strengthens the argument that Africa is not just one place but a continent of many origins for our species. Instead of a single Garden of Eden where modern humans emerged, it's more likely that different key traits of our species evolved in different places at different times. In a model scientists call African multiregionalism, the unique genetic heritage of the southern African hunter-gatherers is a perfect example of this. They weren't just surviving. They were thriving and adapting in their own unique way, contributing a vital piece to the puzzle of human diversity. This study also highlights the incredible importance of preserving genetic diversity today. The Khoisan peoples of southern Africa are carriers of one of the oldest and most distinct genetic lineages on Earth. Understanding their history helps us understand the history of all humanity. It's a powerful reminder that every population group has a deep and complex story written in their DNA. As we continue to explore the ancient human genome, we're not just learning about the past. We're gaining a deeper appreciation for the incredible journey that made us who we are today. The story of humanity is far from over, and with each new discovery like this one, another fascinating chapter is added. Thanks so much for watching. What do you find most surprising about this discovery? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey into our deep past, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content that explores the amazing story of our world. We'll see you in the next video.